Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought a fun thing to do would be to read through some more of my fan fiction that I wrote back in the day when I was a young teenager. It's very, very depressing, so I've got some wine here. It's the middle of the day, so I should not be day drinking, but I'm so bored and I wanted to have it to help me get through the pain of what young, depressed Rebecca was writing. I have done a video like this before, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. But this story is really cringe, and I don't know why I started writing it. I was just in the mood to write, and I just kind of did. What I would usually write was like Frank and Gerard Way fanfiction, which is so embarrassing. I always tried to like hide it on my computer and stuff because I didn't want anyone to come across this. And some stories are quite explicit. I ended up writing a story about which I find this so wrong now, by the way. I don't think you should write about people who are actual people. I think you should only write about characters. However, young me was uneducated and didn't realise that that could be a bit creepy to the people you're writing it about. This was written about Gerard Way and his wife Lindsay, who was in the band Mindless Self-Indulgence, and their daughter Bandit, which, when you think about it, is kind of creepy. But no one ever commented like, oh, this is out of line or anything. Everyone seemed to be very supportive of this story, and I don't know, let's read I'm Not Oh Fucking K. That seems like a good one to start on. It had been a month since her mother had had an outburst at Bandit's school, and although Bandit hadn't been expelled, things were much worse. Oh yeah, I remember, basically this was about Bandit getting bullied by some girl. I think her name was Vicky. How do I remember this? I don't know. She was getting bullied at school. I can't remember why. I think it's because she had famous parents or something. I'm not really sure. Lindsay had been made to apologise to both Vicky and I can't believe I remember this. And her parents under the supervision of 3 teachers. She had also been made to apologise to Bandit's class for the disruption. I don't think they'd make her do that. What did she do? I can't remember what I made her do. Did she flip a table in the middle of class? What did she do? I don't know, I think she yelled at her. I don't know, I can't remember. Although Lindsay only received the minimum punishment for her actions, Bandit had not. Bandit hadn't been punished by the school, no. Her punishment was far worse than any amount of detentions could ever be. Vicky had been making Bandit's life hell, despite the fact that just a month ago she had run away in tears from her mother. Apparently she hadn't learned her lesson, so she decided she'd take revenge on Bandit. Damn son. Why hadn't Bandit told her mother? There were plenty of reasons why. For one, Bandit didn't want her mother through it. To put her mother through it, for f***'s sake. Making her mother stress when she had a baby to think about wasn't exactly the best idea. Oh yeah, I wrote her as being pregnant. Don't know why. Her mother was finally excited. I spelled excited wrong. I missed the E. Oh my god. About the baby, and it was all she ever talked about. Telling her mother that Vicky still continued to bully her would certainly dampen her mood, and Bandit loved seeing her mother smile. Oh, that's cute. Another reason she hadn't told her mother was because although she would love to see Vicky beg and whimper, Jesus Christ, she didn't want to be embarrassed. I spelled embarrassed wrong. I spelled embarrassed wrong. I liked to pride myself on the fact that I was a good writer, but I'm reconsidering that now. The most ridiculous rumour that Bandit had heard was that her mother had threatened to throw Vicky out the window, and that she had supposedly pulled her by the hair and stuck her head out the window. That was a bit repetitive, that's a paragraph. I'm like criticising my own writing right now. I don't like it. This is why I should get back into writing, because I think it'd be so much better now. I hope. He had said so herself. So what was she going to do? Bandit was going to keep quiet. I spelled quiet wrong! It was lunchtime and Bandit sat outside the gym, waiting for her friends to meet her. She scanned the playground anxiously, expecting her eyes to meet Vicky's piercing glare. She sighed with relief, as there was no sign of the other girl. Boo! Bandit jumped and fell from the bench she was previously sat on. Looking up, she realised she must have looked like an idiot. It had been Sam. She blushed furiously and mumbled something to her friend, who was now looking at her worriedly. I spelled worriedly wrong. I spelled worriedly wrong! Why didn't I spell check anything? She didn't want Sam to know about what Vicky was putting her through. She mentally cursed at herself for almost giving it away. Are you okay? Sam wore a look of confusion and worry on her face as she sat next to Bandit. I'm fine, you just startled me. Startled you? You look like you've seen a ghost. Bandit turned from her friend, trying to hide the tears forming in her eyes. Hey, I was only joking, you know what I'm like. Bandit shifted uncomfortably in her seat as her friend put a comforting arm around her shoulder. She couldn't see her crying, otherwise she'd asked what was wrong. Yeah, sorry I was daydreaming and I wasn't expecting you to come from behind. Well, that was the whole point. Hold on, you're not crying, are you? Bandit pulled away from the taller girl, fiercely rubbing at her eyes. If Sam knew something was wrong with Bandit, she wouldn't leave it alone. Just as Sam stood up and was about to approach Bandit, Angela appeared from the gym. Hey guys, you should have seen. Wait, what's wrong? Nothing, Bandit cried, stepping back from her friends. Are you sure? You look pretty upset. I'm fine. Will you just leave me alone? Bandit gasped at her own words. She hadn't meant to yell at them. They were just trying to help, but she couldn't have them knowing. She just couldn't. Look, we're here if you ever need to talk, B. Bandit. Sorry. Sam smiled sympathetically. I spelled sympathetically wrong. Why couldn't they just stop asking questions? What's wrong, Wayne? Falling on your fat ass again? Oh my god. Also, there should have been a comma right there. Oh, I hate myself. Snickered an all too familiar voice. Bandit jumped out of her skin and turned to face Vicky. She was smirking at Bandit as tears rolled down her cheeks, and Bandit began to blush even more. This was the most humiliating thing that had ever happened to her. Vicky had now seen her crying her eyes out, and now Sam and Angela were going to see what Vicky was really like. Leave her alone, Angela's tiny voice squeaked, almost too quiet to hear. Quite. I put quite. Almost too quite to hear. I clearly struggled with spelling the word quiet. Why didn't I Google it? Angela took a step towards Vicky with her tiny fists clenched. I am wondering how old these children are in this, because they speak like really sophisticatedly. They sound about 14, 15. But then I put tiny fists. Unless Vicky was just small. Whenever her friends thought she was at the club, she had been secretly meeting with Vicky against her will. Usually Vicky just taunted her by calling her names and occasionally shoving her. It hadn't been too bad. The worst thing Vicky had done until yesterday was call her mother ugly. Anger boiled through Bandit as she remembered the harsh words. Bandit had heard of the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But now she wasn't so sure that was the case. Insulting her mother was much worse than being hit. Aww. Just as she was about to approach the back doors to the cafeteria, she was dimly lit and sealed off from the rest of the school. Bandit noticed something. In the trash was a magazine that caught her attention. On the front was a woman in a red bikini. Her hair was bleached blonde and she was as thin as a stick. She was tanned and had sparkly white teeth. A month ago, Bandit would have laughed at the model, who was so obviously fake. Her hair was clearly dyed. Fake tan had been applied to her body and she had had her teeth whitened. But now, Bandit looked at the picture and felt something different. She almost, I spelled it, almost, and envied wrong. Oh my god. She almost envied the woman for looking so perfect. She had never really liked girls her age wearing makeup, but right now she found herself wondering if she would look good with makeup on. She glanced around to make sure no one was looking and shoved the magazine in her bag. The magazine was sticking out from her bag. Her heart started to thump against her ribs as she watched Vicky snatch the magazine from her. Oh my, Bandit, I had no idea. You like girls? Bandit blushed and shook her head. Then why would you have a picture of... Oh, never mind, she'd never go for you anyway. You're ugly and she's pretty. Just some casual homophobia written in here. See, I used to get picked on at school for not wearing makeup, but that's another story. I think that's why I wrote this in here, because that's the thing that eventually got me into makeup, was because I was being bullied for not wearing it. Which is so wrong. Don't let people tell you what not to wear. I'm not turning this into a PSA, I'm just saying, don't let bullies' opinions, get to you. They're just scum. She threw the magazine? Oh my god, I put through as in... No, threw it. She threw it, not she went through it. Oh my god! Shall I read what I put at the bottom? Oh my Gerard. This makes me cringe inside. We've all been there, okay? Don't judge me on this. We've all been a fangirl like this, okay? Just stop judging me. I was young. I haven't updated for 2 months. I'm sorry. I've been seriously busy. Plus I had writer's block. Ugh, that's always annoying, right? There should have been a comma between that too. Oh my god, I've improved so much now, oh my god, this kills me inside. Guys, I'm sorry if this chapter is a little depressing, but something had to happen. There always needs to be a twist to a story. That's what makes it a story. Well done, bravo! A+ observation, Rebecca. Bullying is a nasty business. If you know anyone being bullied, you need to tell someone, honestly. I hope I made this realistic. Vicky is a little harsh in this chapter. Anyways, I will try and update more regularly, because I know it's annoying when it takes forever for someone to update. I don't want to disappoint you guys. Thanks. Comment/subscribe please. Stay beautiful. Stay beautiful was also a Killjoy thing that we used to say. Okay, to this day I still tell people to comment and subscribe, so I can't judge on that one. I just find it funny because I actually did have a huge audience on oh, I just gave away the website. Follow all my stories and be constantly writing. If I didn't post for a few months, I'd be getting comments on there like, come on, where's the next chapter? What are you doing? I'm dying to read this. This cannot be left unfinished. You made me cry with this story and blah blah blah. Not this story particularly, I don't think. to actually make people cry and stuff, or at least they claimed it did. I know what teenagers are like with, oh my god, I'm crying right now. But let's read some of the comments that some of these fans left. Fans, oh god, cringe. Cringe. It's definitely an interesting story. Not a huge My Chemical Romance fan, but I did like the story. I love the characters, and you as a writer definitely helped me get into the story, even though I'm not big on MCR. Good job. Sad to see you haven't really updated much. Oh, this makes me want to go back into writing. It's crazy, but I can actually picture Lindsay and Gerard acting this way with Bandit in real life, so protective and caring. You made it seem realistic with their family values. I hope it is still updated, because it's a great read. Oh, sorry to let you down, but I stopped writing it. I love it. I love the connection that Bandit has to the music. Connection to the music is definitely the best part of the story. Bandit is definitely a great character. I'm subscribed. Keep up the good work. Again, love the story very much. If only I could get subscribers like I did on here, I'd be big by now. I'm not usually into MCR, but after reading the first few chapters of your story, I must say this is extremely cute. Bandic is the perfect kid, and you've written her exactly the way a kid of her age would be. Really? I thought she was written a little bit too far advanced for her age, but whatever. What confuses me about this is that literally not one person pointed out any of my spelling errors, which I think is a good sign, because it means I drew people in with the characters in the story, and that's all you can hope to do as a writer, and I think that kind of put them off the spelling. But for me, if I'm reading a story and there's a spelling mistake, it really takes me out of that world, because suddenly you're aware that someone's writing it. Does that make sense? You're reading a book and you're really in this world, and then there's this really obvious spelling error just coming out at you. It takes you out of it, because you're like, oh, the author made a mistake here, and you shouldn't be thinking about the author when you're reading it. You should be thinking about the story you're reading. If you want me to read one of my sex scenes that I wrote, which is really, really cringe, then like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Thursday and Sunday, and maybe next time I'll give you something a little bit more juicy. I'm sure my sex scenes would have been terrible to read, because I was a virgin back then and I was writing sex scenes. Yeah. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.